Well, I'm just going to assume that somebody's there. Hi! And here we are. Well, once again with another Troubadork COVID coping mechanism show. Just discovered that, which is to say, just stumbled on it. I like it, though. There's going to be a song in there somewhere. So today is the Tuesday, show number 196, and the 2nd of March, which is over there, 2nd of March, that way. The theme is repeat offenders. These are songs I haven't done often, like I hadn't done often some of the other songs, so we're just kind of gonna Godzilla our way through a few of these and see if I can still play them. I have absolutely no idea what's going on anymore. Although tomorrow, my lovely wife and I are going to get stabbed. We are going to get one of 2 shots. I think we're getting the AstraZeneca one at the Alamo Dome. We had our we won the lottery, basically. My lovely wife and I are both in Category 1B because of some medical conditions and age. Well, mostly medical conditions. And as such, we got text message saying, hey, what they do is they send a text message and say, hey, we've got a certain amount of vaccines, but we're not going to tell you how much. And if you go to this website, you might just get an appointment. 40 minutes of frantic activity. 10 minutes of frantic activity? 10 minutes of frantic activity and frustration at technology. Later, we have them. We are approximately... I'm at 9:10. 150, so about 4 to 5 hours apart. But we'll see how it goes. We have heard some things. Yes, it's like the Hamilton ticket lottery, only less fun. A lot less rapping, too. So, yeah. I'm still just... D7, G7C, I'm totally using that in something, and I have no idea what I'm using it in yet. But, speaking of songs that I'm doing, this first song we're going to do is one that I wrote as part of a kind of contest thing where I had people post song titles, and then the number of reacts for the song title prompted me to write songs. Epic rap battles on the vaccine lines. Oh dear lordy, that's a complex concept. And this was like number 3. Number 1 was Goddammit Laguerre. And I did write a Goddammit Laguerre song, and I'm not entirely happy with it yet. So I'm probably going to rewrite that. But this one has held up nicely. This was the 3rd place winner. And it was, in fact, and remains, Grandpa's can of War-Ration spam, which is just a great phrase to begin with. When I thought about this, what I really wanted to do was kind of make it some kind of big Busby Berkeley thing. And it's kind of a march. When Grandpa died, there's just one thing he set aside, to give to me his favorite daughter's boy. And inside that box wrapped securely in old socks, we found the can of Spam that was his pride and joy. Yes, Grandpa's can of War-Ration Spam kept my grandpa going through the war. And if hunger overtook, he'd just give that can a look to remind him of what he was fighting for. What Grandpa bequeathed was some kind of mystery meat. The secret to the contents damn near did me in. I swore I would not break nor get so desperate I'd partake of that there freaky food that's stuffed inside that tin. Yes, Grandpa's can of War-Ration Spam kept my grandpa going through the war. And if hunger overtook, he'd just give that can a look to remind him of what he was fighting for. You know, we'll catch up. There we go. Sometimes things got rough, I tell you, times were pretty tough. The kind of troubles that would kill a lesser man. But like my grandpa had, I knew that things were not so bad, and I'd be darned if I would open up that can. Yes, Grandpa's can of War-Ration Spam kept my grandpa going through the war. And if hunger overtook, he'd just give that can a look to remind him of what he was fighting for. Now, fellas, we're not sure what kind of food that can procures. It could be pork or chicken, beef, or even cod. And underneath that tin, no one knows what is trapped within, and we're afraid we might just free an elder god. Down open Grandpa's can of War-Ration Spam kept my grandpa going through the war. And if hunger overtook, he'd just give that can a look to remind him of what he was fighting for. Olay! There we go. It's always a fun song to start with, I think, because dubious potted meat products are such a Rosetta Stone of comedy. You know, it's true. This was the first of the dubious food songs I have written so far. We will have another dubious food song at the end of the show, which is a complete diametric opposite to that. The world's oldest edible ham. I wrote, when did I write that? I actually wrote down when I wrote it so I can keep track of these things. World's oldest edible ham was written in January, which is when I found out about it. Grandpa's can of War-Ration Spam was written way back. He said, checking his notes. When did I write that dang thing? When did I write that dang thing? Good grief. A while ago. I just can't see it. It was January, in fact. It was right around. Oh, that was one of the shows. I'm looking at my notes for my shows now, and I'm an idiot. Grandpa's can was very hard to read on these notes as well. Oh, that was in August. I wrote Grandpa's can of War-Ration Spam August 2020, which shows you exactly how far along we've come. But yeah, there's Grandpa's can, the world's oldest edible ham. Kaiju Coffee is kind of a dubious one there. Space Burrito. And the one I'm going to end the show with today, which I'm not going to say yet. Not because it's a surprise, because you already know what it is, because it says so in the notes, but just because if I start talking about it, I'm just going to go straight to it, and the show will be very short and less long. So we'll just go with that. The next song I'm going to do is one that I wrote, which I should have written when I wrote the traditional Irish gibberish song. I'm going to attempt to play it on the baritone ukulele, which I bought with the ill-gotten gains I made from writing Socially Emotionally Distant, which has a whole set of new meanings today because our glorious governor here in the state of Texas has decided that he's going to say There are no restrictions at all. We need the economy to get going again. Now, thankfully, the mayors of all the towns that have more than 12 people in them, we tune because we care, are going to look at that and go, no. And all the businesses can actually say, no, you have to wear a mask anyway. There it is. And now that I've tuned it, I now must find the song. Because, why would I... Preparation is for people who... preparation for pessimists, I think. I'm an optimist. I figure I can always find a way to get to the song that I need. There it is. But this is the song that I should have written when I wrote a traditional Irish gibberish song. But it is, in fact, it's in D. You'll notice I'm wearing a strap on this because that way it doesn't fall down. Sometimes you just need a strap. My life was a shambles, I wished I were dead, but I decided I'd live with the fairies instead. So I found me a circle of space I had known, but when I pled my case, the fairies had flown. My dreams of adventure had all blown away, the problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. I went to a mushroom ring out in the field, left cakes and honey and hoped it would yield a chance to leave my world and live with the fake cakes, honey, and fairies were all gone next day. My dreams of adventure had all blown away, the problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. Why? Well, the queen of the fairies, she heard my lament. In a big cloud of glitter, she popped up and went. We've heard your petition, but have to say nay. Stop begging to get us to haul you away. My dreams of adventure had all blown away, the problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. You know we've been watching, you're known far and wide. I said that's a bit on the suckerish side. Can't live here forever, you can visit, you see. Just remember the caterings BYOB. My dreams of adventure had all blown away, the problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. I asked why I could not flee into the fay. She said, for you, boy, oh, you can't go that way. She said, you are a rare one, but we'll tell you true. Immortal life's complex enough without you. My dreams of adventure had all blown away, the problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. Once more with resentment. My dreams of adventure had all blown away, the problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. Hi. Very hard to play that song with any level of gravitas, I have discovered. Because it's just a doofy song. Which is what makes it a Troubadork song, honestly. I'm just going to check real quick to see, did I go out of tune? I did not go out of tune on this instrument. I'm very startled by that knowledge. Because some of the songs that I play I play with such enthusiasm, gusto, zeal, and just a general lack of self-control that they detune. The first time I played Dread Pirate Festus, it actually blew out the original baritone ukulele I have, Barry, which I got for $40 at a pawn shop, and it blew it out in the middle of the song, which is the best part about that, because I think it lends itself very much to the whole Troubadork aesthetic of, we know it's all going to fall apart. We're just trying to figure out when. People are making bets. Oh, I'd like to thank all 5 of you. I'm at 5 people. Yeah, I'm at 5 viewers for watching the show right now. And those of you who are watching this in reruns, I understand you have lives. I do this at 4:30, which is an odd time for a lot of people. I do it because I work until 4:30, and then I spend a half an hour driving home under normal circumstances. But as we are in these unprecedented times, I do this instead of commuting. It's slightly less frustrating, and hopefully more entertaining. Mind you, if I could do this while I'm driving home, that would be impressive, and probably illegal, while I'm thinking about it. And dangerous, that's true. Don't ukulele and drive. Very important. Words to live by. The next song, it was written by the internet, basically. Saw a post right over here. Move this way, get over it. Which says, and I gotta zoom this up just a little bit so I can read it. Said, yesterday I scalded my hand at work while boiling water spilled over the side of a mug. I have to actually, okay, I can't read the rest of it. I need my computer glasses because I'm old now. He said, I made a joke about being clumsy to the kind scientist who was offering me first aid. Then he looked me in the eye and said in the most serious tone, we are all victims of physics. And I think we are all victims of physics. I know that as I continue to survive, which is another way of saying getting older, I am becoming more of a victim of physics more often than not. Fortunately, I have enough history of being horrifically clumsy and bloody-mindedly durable. I'm taking to tuning this ukulele in between songs because I will actually get this one will actually go sharper if I don't watch it. Don't filk and drive. Very important. This is a blues tune. But it's a blues tune played with a weird chord, which has been dubbed Hawaiian D7 in some places. It's very close to the F sharp minor, except that you don't use this, you just leave the second string to ring through. And it actually gets a nice little boogie-woogie thing. Well, I'm a victim of physics. Gravity just gets me down. There we go. Well, I'm a victim of physics. Inertia's just pushing me around. My coefficient is so close to 0. I'm a laughing stock in this town. Well, I'm a victim of physics. No lever could be too long. Well, I'm a victim of physics. My weak force just ain't that strong. I get no emotion for motion for the duration of this song. I lost that primal spark. My quarks don't want to work. I'm so darn disconnected, can't even work a tuning fork. Oh, baby, I'm as sad as can be. I gotta call myself peerless, cause not a single peer will review me. Well, I'm a victim of physics. My vector's a crooked line. Well, I'm a victim of physics. Relatively speaking, I don't feel fine. I got a single detection theory, but it can't resolve while I still whine. Well, I'm a victim of physics. My life is out of scope, so sound the alarm. Well, I'm a victim of physics. My quark's the only thing that has any charm. I can't attract another body, just got my entropy to keep me warm. And it's degrading! I've gone fishing for some light, but future's not so bright. I search for the event horizon, there ain't a single one inside. Oh baby, I'm like a cathode that's just plain stuck. It ain't centripetal force, baby, it's my life. It just plain sucks. That one's getting better. That one is getting better. I'm very happy with the way that turned out. I literally had the title and the riff, and then I had to go hunting. Hunting, I tell you. Hunting for physics terms to populate the rest of the song. I'm pretty happy with it. But right now I'm suffering from a minor moment because I have a terrible itch in my nostril, my right nostril, and I need to take care of that. Please stand by. Oh, God. Oh! Get out! Oh, get the pliers. I knew this sign would become useful handy eventually. Thank goodness you can't see what's happening here, because it's pretty obnoxious. 1 second. That wasn't a kazoo. That was me. Okay, that's better. Oh. Don't you wish you had a sign like that in, like, reality? You just put it up there and go in after whatever you have to go in after, and then you can come back to reality and be fine. There are advantages to having this kind of a venue here. And now we have come to the moment you've all been waiting for, the final song in the set. Now, this one was also written by the internet to a certain degree. Built-in kazoo, that's correct. Yeah, the best part about this is that I didn't used to blow my nose loudly. Somewhere in my mid-20s, I decided it would be hilarious to blow my nose like they blow their noses in the cartoons. It's also very effective. However, at this point, I can't do it quietly anymore. I have had to actually begin to teach myself to blow my nose quietly, because there are moments when you want to be able to blow your nose quietly. During a funeral. In the movies. You don't want to wake up your spouse and she's lying in bed right next to you. Stuff like that. But, as we say, but we digress, and I will digress, but I will now regress back to the egress, which is the final song in the set, which is, of course, CHEESEHENGE. Arguably one of the doofiest songs I have written, and yet a song that does not annoy my lovely wife, Amy, the way some songs that I have played on this show apparently really drive her up a frickin' tree. Because it's doofy but not stupid. I guess it's a good way of putting it. There's a way of blowing one's nose quietly. Apparently so. I've seen pictures. So when I wrote this song, I was on a bit of a 70s country rock kick. And a Neil Diamond thing. And this song would be best imagined by those of you who are either music buffs or within my age demographic as being performed by Neil Diamond near the end of a very long concert. Imagine, if you will, it is the mid-70s. You are in low Earth orbit thanks to whatever the heck it is that you happen to smoke or drink or ingest or be near or rub on your belly or whatever the heck they did back then. You're in the 4th hour of a 2-hour concert with Neil Diamond, not, I might add, I must make this clear, not warm, fuzzy, family-friendly jazz singer singing the theme from E.T. Turn On Your Heart Light, Neil Diamond. No, no, no. We are talking mid-70s to early to mid-70s, double denim, completely out of his freaking mind, Neil Diamond. Surreal Neil has performed every song in his catalog. Twice. We are now way off into the back end of the catalog. And for want of anything else, I'm so glad this thing, you know, I fear blowing this thing out, so I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because I'm going to get kind of loud on this. Because we're not going to get stupid, but we're definitely going to get doofy. He performs this song about a large monolithic structure made of dairy products. Cheese hand, it's like Stonehenge, but it's made of cheese, and it stood taller than the trees. Majestic in its passion and glory, generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Erected by the ancient Welsh, you know they really couldn't help themselves. Power inspired of Wensleydale, the faith that engineering would prevail. Cheese hand, it's a hinge, but it's made of cheese. The construction was quite a breeze. Majestic in its passion and glory, generations will tell the story of the hinge made of cheese. Who knows why they built this thing? Did they hang cobbles around it and say how the scary stuff lasts so long? We'll just wonder about it in song. Cheese hand, it's a hand, but it's made of cheese, and it's weighed sunny in the breeze. Majestic in its passion and glory, generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Standing in delicious awe, take a selfie to spend a mama. In the woods by a distant stream, you're gonna smell it before it is deep. Cheese hand, it's a hinge, but it's made of cheese. If you're allergic, it'll make you sneeze. Majestic in its passion and glory, generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Cheese henge, blackout pyro. Thank you for coming. Good night. If we had any budget at all, that would be what would happen right here. Even just a silly animated overlay. But no, I can barely afford this picture of cheese over here. So thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I forgot what I was going to say. Thank you for coming to yet another Tobias the Adequate Troubadork Pandemic Coping Mechanism Show. I am, of course, Tobias. You are, of course, the audience, without whom I would be an idiot sitting in a chair, rambling into a microphone, blasting this information out into the ether, being very proud of the fact that I actually managed an F chord. All the notes, you can hear all the notes, man. I'm very proud of that. And what I do here would have even less coherent purpose or significance. So, thank you all once again. Tomorrow, we're going to get stabbed. So, we're getting our COVID shots, number one, and 4 or 5 hours apart. We may be able to get it both done at the same time. There's been some anecdotal evidence that they will sometimes let people do that. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Or it's going to be me get shot, go out, do other things, come back, she gets shot. Hope deal thing. So, can't guarantee I'm doing a show tomorrow. And if I can't guarantee that I'm doing a show tomorrow, I can't guarantee that show 200 will happen when I thought it was going to happen. On the other hand, in 3 weeks' time, we will come upon the 1-year anniversary of when this madness all started. So show 200 might just be kind of the longest show, and then the 1-year anniversary might just be the big stupid thing that happens on the weekends. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. It may happen on Friday. I have no idea. It's not like we plan this stuff. We make it up as we go along. That's how we do it here. That's how we live our lives right now. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank y'all for sticking through this. We'll do the things. Tip jar, of course, PayPal, Venmo, you know, that thing. Thank you to Eric, Robert, Rick, Emily, and Miranda. Thank you to my Patreon patrons, Jen, Joe, Alexi, Austin, Tepo, Shay, Linda, Ann, Stephen, Rob, Alicia, Relly, BK, Richard, Brian, and Lorene. Y'all are amazing. You are supporting Adequacy in our lifetime, and any money that comes in through that, the charge out will actually happen on the 5th. Goes back into the show for web hosting and technology stuff. Occasionally strings, tuners, and more leather ukulele picks, because I beat the heck out of that and didn't destroy my hand. And usually when I play CHEESEHENGE, I completely obliterate my fingertips at the end of it, so that's nice. We have all the website stuff, of course. Push the button, Max. AtTheAdequate.com is your one-stop shop for all things Tobias the Adequate. We've got I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as @TheAdequate. I'm on TikTok and Tumblr as @TobiasTheAdequate. SoundCloud.com/Matthew-Laguerre. THUD Bucket. We have a new video out called Per My Last Email, and if you didn't notice it on my Facebook page, I have been officially picked up by Unruly Voices, an imprint of Paper Angel Press, and they are going to reprint Artisanal Gibberish Volume 1, and then they're going to print Artisanal Gibberish Volume 2. And yes, I'm doing an audiobook of both of them, and yes, that's exactly as difficult to do as you might think. We can do the readings live, because if I screw up the readings live, that's just part of the fun. But if I do it on an audiobook, I have to get the words right each time. If you looked at any of my TikTok stuff, when I have read some excerpts from Volume 1, and I always sound rather angry at myself when I'm doing it, because I can't believe that I actually wrote the words that I'm making myself say. That's comedy. That's what comedy is. That's enough out of me. Y'all have been lovely. Thank you for hanging out with me. Those of you watching now, and those of you who are watching in reruns. Like, rate, review, share, all the stuff that the cool kids do on the internet. I'm not a professional live streamer. I'm just a doofball with a ukulele and a few good songs. And a bunch of weird songs. And you guys have improved my life for the past year. I hope that I have somehow improved in some small way yours. Y'all have been wonderful. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Take care. Be safe. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. And I will see you next time.